Hi, Namaste, and welcome to this sacred exploration of 16 Sanskars. Today, we are going to dive into the ninth Sanskar, which is the Karnvedha Sanskar, the ritual of ear piercing. Now, I know what you are thinking. Isn't ear piercing just a cultural trend or a style statement? Well, if I told you that this ear piercing has an ancient ritual, which is actually an energy activation, a healing, a protective, and an empowering act for your both your boy and a girl. So the question comes: why is Karnvet Sanskar important? In Vedic traditions, Karnved was never about jewelry or gender. It was a spiritual alignment or initiation which opens your child's energy channel to inner listening and wisdom and clarity. The word karn means kan, the ear, and Veda means activation or piercing. So, together, Karnved literally means activating the sacred listening pathways. In ancient time, this was done with mantras, having fire as sakshi, and blessing to tune the child's energy to a divine frequency. Just like how we tune into the radio to catch the right channel, whether we want 93.5 or 104.8, whatever the channel we want, we need to tune into it. Similarly, the higher energy, once the pathways are clear, they can tune in to the the child and both boy and girl. So they are able to receive the energy from the higher self, and they are able to communicate and understand what's happening around them. So is this for boys or for girls? Karnaved is for both boys and girls. But sadly, in today's time, many parents only pierce a girl's ear as a beauty custom and neglect the boys, and they are most of the time forbidden to get their ears pierced. But in Vedic system, both the ears have a very specific benefit. The left ear is for girls because it connects to the feminine energy, the Shakti intuition, and the right brain ka balance, which talks about the creativity and emotional aspect. Wherein the right ear is for boys as it links with the masculine energy, focus increasing, intellect there, and then discipline. But when you pierce both the ears, it creates a balance, a harmonizing yin and yang energy, Ida and Pindala, and both hemisphere of the brain, left and right both. So, what is the right age to perform Karnaved? Traditionally, this sanskar is performed between the age of 6 to 12 months because this particular time the body of the baby is still soft and adapts quickly. The pain is not yet settled in, so the baby can't feel these loops, they're any which were very very soft. Hence you must have noticed that whenever we are getting the injections done in the very early times of the baby usually also don't feel the needle going in. So this way, like if you get it done between the age of 6 to 12, it's ideal. But if you miss this window, there is nothing to worry, but get it done ideally before the child turns into the age of 5 or 7 max. Because when the body energies are still forming, they haven't formed yet. And it is said that by the age of 7, all the emotions that the child needs to absorb are absorbed, and then the entire development and emotional energy system जो है वो that gets settled and has you know gotten the it has basically formed and it has settled down and got the sturdiness in your surroundings as well, in your energy. So ideally, 5 years से पहले you get it done. I would suggest. The younger the child, the easier the healing and the deeper the energetic integration. Science is also catching up with this factor because according to the aquapressure and Ayurveda, the ear lobes contain marma points, the vital energy centers, and piercing helps in improving the eyesight and concentration. It regulates the menstrual cycle in the girls. It boosts your speech and hearing development, and it also reduces the fear and anxiety. And most importantly, it helps in stimulating the brain and nervous system's function. So it even helps in preventing future diseases by improving the pranic flow through the nadis. The ear store emotional frequencies. So what we hear and how we process it deeply shapes our belief. Hence, piercing the ear is a signal to the subconsciousness where we tell our subconsciousness that I am open to divine guidance. I hear the truths. I receive wisdom. It helps the children become more attuned emotionally, resilient, and spiritually grounded. So why is it still relevant today? The beauty is that even without knowing all the science and all the ancient tradition, new parents still get it done for their children. Why? Because wisdom never dies. It just lives silently in our collective memory. So today, you may take your child to a mall or to a doctor for ear piercing. But if you just add an intention and a little blessing, your you are basically turning it into a sanskar, a sacred energetic imprint. So whether you are planning the sanskar or reflecting on your baby's first ear piercing, remember, it's not about a hole in the ear, it is about opening a doorway to the inner knowing. Let Karnved be your child's first energetic step into the world, not just heard but aligned. So, this is all about Karnvedha Sanskar. And if this resonates with you, do share it with someone who needs to know it. And if you have any further questions, please drop in your questions. I will reply to all of them. And in the meanwhile, if you want to attend my free workshops and webinars, I have added my WhatsApp group link. So please join my WhatsApp community because I continue and keep on doing free webinars and workshops on Garbh Sanskar, healing, chakra meditation, relationship, and many more, and manifestation. So I'll see you there. Thank you.